Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time had a video, we talked about using meditation to help with our anger and to kind of rewire the brain and change the circuitry and whatnot. And I want to elaborate on that a little bit today. Today I want to talk about meditation in general. My wife and I have had conversations about this repeatedly, and she has this idea that really isn't true to what the concept is and what you're trying to achieve with it. And it got me thinking that there might be a lot of people who suffer from that same issue. So I want to share that with you guys today. Now, I don't want anybody who isn't following a faith that believes in meditation, don't shy away from this. My little sister's Christian. Her and I have talked. We call it prayer. We call it quiet reflection. You can call it whatever you want. I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The concept is still the same. So what are we trying to achieve when we're talking about meditating? The idea is, and this is where a lot of people get confused, it's not so much to stop the thinking in your mind and to be able to quiet the brain and to no longer have any thoughts whatsoever. While that is sort of the ultimate goal, nobody who's starting out is going to be able to do that. It's impossible. You can't do it. So don't try to make that your ultimate goal to begin with. What do you want to achieve when you start? The goal when you start this process is to just sit quietly. If you can, close your eyes, get in a comfortable position, and just allow the mind to be. Whatever happens, doesn't matter. Don't try to control it. That's the key. Don't try to control what you're thinking. Don't try to stop yourself from thinking things. Allow it to happen. Acknowledge what the thought is, and then move on from it. And do this 5 minutes if you can, do it for a minute if you can, do it for as long as you can when you first start, and build up as you go. That's the goal, right? It's not to sit there and have no thoughts whatsoever. And there's different approaches to meditation. There's the Zen approach, there's the traditional Tibetan approach with mantras, or the koans in Zen. There's all these different approaches. Research it on Google. There's a ton of information out there on the whole process. Why am I bringing this up in an anger management podcast or anger management video? Very simple. We spend so much time in our minds thinking, reasoning, contemplating. We gotta go in our head. It never stops, and we never give our minds and our body a chance to reset and to reboot, so to speak. I hate using that word, but that's kind of what you're doing. So use that moment. I do mine at lunch most of the time. I'll sit at my desk in my office, and for 20 minutes, after I eat, I sit and close my eyes and just let every stress from that morning wash away. If my brain starts thinking of something that happened in that day, I acknowledge it's thinking that, and I move on from it. I allow it to be without any judgment. And that's sort of what we're going for, guys. Allow your mind to function, allow it to be whatever is going to happen without judgment. And if we can do that to ourselves, if we can allow ourselves to do whatever without judgment, we can then move that and place that on everybody else, not place judgments on other people. And that's going to help with your anger and your frustration and anxiety and stress and everything else tremendously. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you again soon.